What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today we're going to be talking about how Shao Kahn can get buffed. Now, I don't think Shao Kahn is a very good character at all. I think this character, in my opinion, is one of the worst characters in the game and has been one of the consistent worst characters in the game more than anybody else in this game. I think that he is just not good at all. Now, I know the first thing people are going to say is, oh, what about Video Games Joe? Video Games Joe also thinks this character needs buffs. Just putting that out there. And me and him were supposed to do this video together, but he's been very busy with everything, and he can't really get to making this video with me. But it's okay. We're going to be talking about how Shao Kahn can get buffed, because this character really freaking needs it. Now, why I think this character, for the most part, really needs the buffs is because he doesn't play his archetype well. Shao Kahn is meant to poke you to death, and they didn't give him the right frames to be able to do that. Like, essentially, if he was designed right, you would be hitting somebody with this and then have something to check them with after that. He doesn't really have that. This character is designed, very weirdly, in my opinion. Like, they gave him a lot of plus frames. They flooded him with plus frames. This right here is plus. That right there is plus. This right here, that right there, that. Like, he's literally flooded with plus frames. And he has really good pokes. This, that. But the thing is, he doesn't get much off of his pokes or his plus frames. So you make a character that excels at having plus frames and good pokes, but he doesn't get nothing off of those pokes or plus frames. It's really weird. Like, why? I don't understand. But that's the whole reason we're going to be talking about why this character needs buffs. Because, the things that he has are good. They just don't mesh well together. Like, oh, I'm plus now. So what he's going to do? Throw this mid out that's very easy to flawless block punish because he is winding up his freaking foot. Hit you with a poke after the plus frames. Like, hit you with that poke right there, and if he lands it, he doesn't get nothing off of it. Like, come on now. Character needs buffs. He's just not good. Now, what they can do is they can do two different things. Now, let me be very specific about this. Shao Kahn can be buffed two different ways. The first part of the video, I'm going to be talking about that right now. But keep in mind, I'm going to be saying this is the second part of the video when that part starts. When I say this is the second part of the video, everything I said in the first part means nothing, because we don't need to combine the first part of the video and the second part. Because if we combine the first part of the video and the second part of the video, Shao Kahn would be busted. So, right now, I'm going to be talking about the first part of the video, and this is the first way we can buff Shao Kahn. Now, this is the simplest, easiest way that they could buff him. Now, make this right here take the flawless block gap away. So take the flawless block gap out of this right here and make it to where he can special cancel this into shoulder. Then that's it. That's all Shao Kahn would need. And he would be very good. He would honestly just be a pressure character. He would hit you with these plus frames, and then he would have you scared of the grab or the mid. In case you don't know, This right here is 10 frames. We look right here. See? 10 frames. So, if we make this right here special cancelable, he would get really good damage, like just off of doing this right here. He's getting some good damage. And realistically, like, you know, he hits somewhere like this, or he's getting like a high confirm. Like, this character does damage, but you know, you're never really afraid of the damage because all of his ways to get damage out are, you know, just not viable. And I feel like if they gave him this right here into shoulder charge, that's all he would need. He would be a very good character, and that'd be fine. Now, keep in mind, that's part 1. That's the first way we can buff him. Now, this is part 2 of the video, so we're not combining part 1. Part 2. These are 3 more buffs that they can give him. This, the first way, complements a pressure type playstyle. The second way complements a more footsie based, you know, poke you to death playstyle. Now, the second way we can buff this character is make this right here 19 frames, just like Kodal's, and make it a mid. Why is this a 21 frame, a 21 frame high? What the heck are you gonna do with a 21 frame high? Look at this. "21 frame high." That's just not right. Like, 21 frame high. That should just not exist. That needs to be 19 frames and a mid, just like Kodal. Now, that's the first buff in the second part of the video. Make this a 19 frame mid. Next buff we should give this character, on top of that, is make this right here special cancelable, but they should change the properties of this move to where you can't get shoulder after it if they buff him this way. Because if he gets this right here and he can cancel this into shoulder, like if he gets this as a mid and cancel this right here into shoulder, that's too much. If he could do both of those, that's way too much. So like I said, this is the second part of the video. Make this right here like Kodal, 19 frame mid, and make this right here special cancelable, but he cannot get shoulder after it. No shoulder. So he would be doing this right here into that. So he would be getting around, you know, how can I say? I would say the second variation of Cassie, he would be getting around that much damage if they made it to where you can special cancel into that. Now, I feel like if they did that, you know how this move right here like leaves you right there? So if he does something like this, you get around that much. But if he spins the bar, see that little knockaway thing? How it sends you over there? I don't feel like it should do that if they buff him this way. I feel like it should just still keep you close. Like, why does Shao Kahn ever want to knock you away? This character does not want you full screen. This, like, the properties on this make no sense. This character does not want you away from him at all. The same thing with his grab, but they don't need to change his grab. So make this right here like Kodal's, That's the first way. I mean, not the first way, the first thing. Second thing, make this special cancelable, but change the properties to where you can't get shoulder. And then also make this to where it keeps them close, even if he spins the bar. And with the shoulder tackle thing in the first part of the video, they should take the flawless block gap out of it. And even in the second part of the video, they should take the flawless block gap out of it. I don't know why it has a flawless block gap. Now, another thing that they could do is, wait, that's it? Yeah. So the second part, make this a 19 frame mid, make this cancelable, and that's it. Oh yeah, this right here. Make this right here. See that little grab at the end? That grab should be a crushing blow. If they only get hit with the grab part. Now this is just the second part of the video. I don't feel like, the thing I forgot to mention in the first part of the video, I think I forgot to mention it, is the fact that they should take the flawless block gap out. But the second part, this right here, that needs to have a crushing blow. I don't know why that doesn't have a crushing blow. The requirements of the crushing blow should be if this right here, the grab is the only part to hit. That would make this move scary, because then you would be afraid if he's gonna do the grab after. So boom, those are all the changes I think that they can make to Shao Kahn. Now, to recap, this is the first part of the video. So I'm going back to the first part right now. Make this right here special cancelable and take the flawless block gap out. Make it cancelable into shoulder, and that's all he would need. It's the first part. Second part of the video, make this a 19 frame mid like Kodal. Second thing, make this right here cancelable but not into shoulder. They should change the properties to where you cannot cancel that in the shoulder, where you can just cancel it into this. And this, if you spin the bar, should still keep them close, because the fact that they have a move that knocks you full screen with freaking Shao Kahn, a character that wants to be close, makes no sense. And the last thing is make this right here a crushing blow. He doesn't have enough crushing blows. Just a fact, he just doesn't. So make this right here the last hit. The requirement of that is if the last hit hits, you get a crushing blow. And then boom. Those are the ways that we can buff Shao Kahn. I feel like if they took either route, he would be a very good character. It's just the first way, it focuses more on a pressure-based playstyle, the first set of buffs, and the second set of buffs focus on a more neutral-based, you know, space and control type playstyle. So yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all think. Which buffs would y'all prefer, the first set of buffs or the second set of buffs? I think I would like the first buff better. That's just because I prefer pressure, but let me know what y'all think. Shao Kahn really needs buffs, and I feel like if they take either route, I feel like if they buff this character at all, they should look into making him a pressure character or a character that just pokes you to death. Like, because they've tried to mesh it and it doesn't go well. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch and my Patreon. And Nickopz out.